The Deadpool is not the Ryan Reynolds film I'm reviewing right now. It's the 1988 Clint Eastwood flick and the final of the Dirty Harry films. See, the difference between, title wise, the difference between the Ryan Reynolds and the Clint Eastwood is this one is the Deadpool, while Ryan Reynolds is just Deadpool, all one word, without the in the title. Yeah, this one right here. This is the one that I'm going to be talking about. I'll review Ryan Reynolds thing some other time, but for now, it's the final of the Dirty Harry films. This one is it's generally rated as being the worst of the Dirty Harry films. Like IMDb wise, it's rated as being the worst. Like has the lowest score to it. But this one is actually one that I didn't mind really. It's not as good as the first Dirty Harry film from '71. Not as good as Sudden Impact. But I did think this was better than both Magnum Force and The Enforcer, which I didn't like. The thing is, okay, The Enforcer I didn't like at all, okay? But Magnum Force just didn't quite hit the mark, while the Deadpool just barely was able to inch itself into being something that was good. This one, I don't blame people for not liking this one. It's pretty corny, and after a while of seeing Dirty Harry, like you kind of get the sense of everything. But I thought that this one was a little bit better than the reason I thought this one was better than Magnum Force and the Enforcer is this one just seemed more alive. Like one of the reasons I didn't really care for Megan Force or the Enforcer was because they were kind of dreary. I don't want to say dreary, but they were kind of they just didn't have like much of a pulse to them like this one did. Um, but lots of films are kind of slow and but you know what? That'll be a discussion for a different video. Like different the good um, quiet movies versus bad quiet movies. Let's just focus on the Deadpool for now. It's about these recent killings that have been happening, and Harry Callahan and the rest of the police force they've been finding out that there's this pool that's been happening where these celebrities about to die, um, they take a pool and kill whoever is going to come in next and whatever. Jim Carrey makes an appearance in this as a rock star, and yeah, it's pretty cool seeing him in this. And he is the first kill that we see that we actually see in the film. And yeah, I thought that was it was cool seeing Jim Carrey in this. It was before he was anybody big, but still seeing Jim Carrey and Clint Eastwood in the same movie together, it's cool stuff. And this movie's also pretty self-aware with what it is. Clint Eastwood delivers a whole bunch of really cool one-liners, and yeah, this one it really seems to know exactly what it is. So it takes advantage of the one-liners, takes advantage of the action, and yeah, I really respect it for that reason. Um, Now this movie is kind of forgettable with some bits like who's doing all the killings and everything, but like it's full of unforgettable, not really full of unforgettable characters. I mean, like Jim Carrey as the rock star at the beginning, that's pretty fun and memorable. And Liam Neeson plays this Irish director, and I thought that seeing him in the film was also really really fun. Now, the movie, it does make a little too many mistakes for it to be considered a really good film. Like the original Dirty Harry and Sudden Impact were. But this film, it's not quite as bad as it probably was rated as being back in 1988 when it first came out. And you know what? That's whatever, as long as the time has been good to it. Like, I enjoyed it for what it was. Nothing totally huge, but that's fine. So I'm going to give The Deadpool from 1988 a modest score of 3 stars out of 4.